This video that you're about to watch now is a proof that even non-Igbos are beginning to see the injustice that Igbos are facing in this country, Nigeria. It is very glaring in the eyes, like it is very open now, very visible, that even non-Igbos are beginning to say, Kilode, what is happening? This is too much. These people are human beings. Listen to this man and hear what he has to say. Watch.
I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Remember, I am not an Igbo man. I'm an Yoruba man. But I hate injustice. I did a video once some time ago. Why do you hate Igbos in their own country? I like Nigeria. I love Nigeria. I love a united Nigeria. But why do you hate Igbos in their own country? And some stupid mumutions, tribal bigots with calcified brains attacked me. I didn't read their responses. Just my son was informing me. Listen, after 56 years, somebody was bold enough to say that it wasn't an Igbo coup in 1966 that killed the then Prime Minister, that subsequently led to the Civil War. I was 7 years old in 1966. I started listening to radio very early. I started reading newspapers very early. So I followed the sequence of events to an extent. Listen, there's something called schema. Schema is the files in your brain based on information that you have heard that forms the framework for your analysis and response to information and to people. And so a great percentage of people of northern extraction had the impression that the Igbos were the ones who planned the coup. And it has turned out to be untrue from Babangida's reports and from the reports of several others, including Chukwuemeka Odumegu Ojukwu. I have lived with the Igbos. They are not the picture your evil fathers painted for you or painted to you that is determining your reaction to them. There might be few unscrupulous people just like in every other tribe. But the Igbos are very patriotic citizens. Imagine the number of people that died during the Civil War. Imagine the starvation of children. Imagine abandoned properties. Imagine those killed in the north. Pregnant women, their bellies were opened and children were exterminated. That's one of the greatest evils we ever committed in this country. And we must apologize to the Igbo nation. We must compensate them. And if they are saying they don't want to be in this country, they have a solid point. Let me just continue with this video. Let me not break the videos up. Now, one of the heroes of June 12 was an Igbo man, Professor Humphrey Wonsu. Professor Humphrey Wonsu was the chairman of NEC, National Electoral Commission. He insisted on doing the right thing. They were supposed to be given national awards. he conducted the freest and fairest election in the history of Nigeria, June 12. Despite all the pressures for him to do contrary, he insisted on the right thing being done. He was intimidated, he was threatened, but he stood his ground until one justice, I called his name in the other video, I can't remember his name now, passed a judgment. One Ikpeme passed placed an order. 12 at night, passed an order at night. Her court held at night, whether it was a coven, I don't know. And then the justice from the north stopped the release of the results. I told you that Kama is not an Indian. Kama is not an Indian. He is all over the world. That man died of COVID during the time of COVID. Professor Humphrey Wonsu died on October 24th, 2024. He will be buried March 28th, 2025. He was interviewed by Showore Sahara reporters 10 years ago, and he gave his reasons. He gave his own narration that Abiola won the June 12 election. He is an Igbo man from Anambra State. I believe that he deserves a national honor. I believe that the INEC office should be named after Professor Humphrey Wonsu. Why? With barest resources, with barest technology, he was able to conduct the freest and fairest election. He was an Igbo man. It was a Yoruba man, a Muslim, and King Gibe, another Muslim that won. But the Igbo man insisted that he should be made president. He declared the results that he won. Now, with so much technology, beavers, whatever, IREV, we gave billions to somebody. If I call you name now, I go say they do cyberbullying. They gave you billions. You couldn't conduct an election freely and fairly. Beavers was turning round and round. Listen, karma will catch up with you. If you want to write a book, before the launching of the book, karma will catch up with you. Your wickedness will affect you as your affairs, your wickedness affected people and their generations. It will also affect you. Wicked people. Professor Humphrey Wonsu deserves a national award. President Tinubu, you were part of the struggle for June 12. Name INEC building after Professor Humphrey Wonsu so that any person approaching that building will know, like as Chinua Achebe wrote, there was a country, that there was an election. Do this for fair play and justice. I'm going to do another video on some northern officers, Colonel Umar and his group, that wanted Abiola to be installed as president. I will do another video about Yoruba elders that ganged up against Abiola. So remove this schema from your brain where you have Yoruba Ronu, you have Arewa, you have stupid ideas in your brains that make you tribal bigots and idiots according to the Greek philosophy of politics. With a vex, so our elders are passing away. The baton is coming to us, the next group of elders. We must tell the truth so that our children can be set free. There is no Yoruba, Igbo, or Hausa in this country, or Fulani in this country. It is only wicked, selfish bandits. Banditry, according to Marco Cipolla, is when people take from the country without contributing to it. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki, area grandfather, the vex. The vex. 56 years of mislabeling a tribe, a nation, the Igbo nation. 56 years. Now these cowards are talking.
You have heard it. If the former elders that we had before, our forefathers, if they had said the truth then, the new generation would have to suffer. So it is left for also people that are in the present, the ones that have not finished, to say the truth so that their children or generation to come will not have to suffer the Nigeria that people are going through right now. Even if regionalism will not happen, even if division will not happen, at least let everyone be one. Let everybody be one in the real sense, not one for mouth. All of us are one. No victory, no vanquish. No. But still, it is very, very obvious that some parts are victims. And they are still suffering for over how many years up till now. I feel like somebody said it, that it feels like Nigeria have not really forgiven Igbo for the 1996 coup. Now it has been made open that this is not an act committed by the Igbos. Yes, because Ojo Zakalu said it, that it is because of this it's not Ojo Zakalu, that it's because of this 1996 coup that made it impossible for most Nigerians that don't even know the real story to trust Igbos enough to install them or to vote for them to be in any vital position in Nigeria, because they feel like once they come again, they will plan another coup, they will disrupt Nigeria, they don't like unity, something like that. It has given Igbos that bad name already. So there is need for compensation. There is need for compensation, and the Nigerian government is not even saying anything or doing anything concerning it. It's just like IBB have said. Shebi Onanuga came out the other day and said everybody should move on, just like that. Years of bearing consequences. It's just like when someone that has been in prison and finally it is revealed that that person that has been in prison for years, that the person didn't commit the crime, and you just bring out, okay, you can go, the deed has done. There is no sort of compensation. How do you think that person can heal? How do you think that person can move on after all the lies? There is need for compensation for Nigeria to heal as a whole, because without this, Igbos will still bear that burden. And if everything is not cleared officially, other people might still be having it in mind. Maybe IBB lied, because IBB is not the first person to be saying this. Even people that were present at the war then were saying it, but because nobody wants to listen to anything that has to benefit for the Igbos, nobody actually believe it. If you come, you say, now the actual person that was the general of them that annulled the first presidential election done in Nigeria has come out to say that this thing that you people are saying, it is not so, and everybody wants to keep quiet. It is okay, we are still here, we will know what will happen next. Guys, please drop me your opinion in the comment section, like and share this video, and please don't